Would you please put your hands together and join me in welcoming our brother Kevin Locke.
All right, this is really amazing to see everybody here. I've got my little cell phone in there. It's got the news app in there, and everything is so bad. I hate to look at it, but they should have something like this. All that polarity in the polarization in the country, all the disunity, and here tonight is something totally opposite. It's so beautiful. It's really indicative of a whole new movement, a new like freshness coming through the world. And I'm from Standing Rock. A lot of people heard of Standing Rock this past year. I'm from the community of Wakpala, and right along I live right on the Missouri River, but it's further up. And our elders there always said that when you go somewhere, you have to honor your hosts. You're there in their home, and show them courtesy, show them respect. So I like to do that with a song, and I like to play a little bit of the song on the flute. I'll play the melody, and then we can sing it. It'll just take a minute. So this is the tune. So listen to the tune now. Now, here in this area, I think for probably over 1,000 years, this has been. I think 1,000 years ago, according to what I was looking at, this is one of the largest cities in the world, and it became such a population base because of the divine intervention. The people were gifted with horticultural knowledge, so they're able to support and sustain large communities, tens of thousands of people living around here. And so it's like the point of diffusion of so many ideas, but it's basically the spiritual foundation upon which those ideas diffuse. And of course, they here in this area, when they look at some of those archaeological excavations, they find that it's really a trade network. People brought goods in here from the Pacific, from the Arctic, from the Gulf, from the Atlantic, all over. And so one of the things that they had to do here was to create a universal language. So I think this is also the point of diffusion of the world's first standardized universal language. So what I'll do is I'll show you some of those, we can sing this song, but I'll teach you the words. It's in my language, Lakota language, which probably also diffused from here, but I'll do the words and then the signs too. So the first word, I want everybody to try it. We'll do the sign too. You start with your fingers parallel with your eyes, make one spiral. The word is waka. Very good. Next word is, you start with your hands together, like this, bring it out, tonka. So it's wakantanka. In other words, great spirit. The next word is like this, you raise your hands up, it's tungashila. This is another way of addressing our father, or actually it means grandfather. And the next word, in this part, you just turn your hands this way, just bring it down a little bit, pilamayaye. It means to give thanks or gratitude. Now I'm going to model it, then we can do it together. But I'll model it first. It goes like this. Wakantaka tukashila pilamayaye. Try it. Wakantaka tukashila pilamayaye. Very good. Next word is you start with your hands here, bring it out. It's ampetu. That means the day. Oh, another new word in this part, you take your hand like this, bring it down and bring it back. It's mayaku. It's not that glottal stop, you hear it, ooh. The only place in English I think you have that is like, when you say, you drop something, you say, oh. That's called the glottal stop. Anyway, ooh. So, anyway, I'll model that for you. It goes, Ampetu wakancha mayak uwe ilamayaye. Try that. Ampetu wakancha mayak uwe ilamayaye. And only one more word, new word. You just gesture to yourself. You go like this. And the word is we chose ani. That means health, like yourself. But it's not just physical, not just mental, emotional, but spiritual, not individual, but collective. So that's only new words. I'll model it for you. We chose ani wa mayak uwe pila mayaye pila mayaye. Try it. We chose aniwa mayak uwe ilamayaye ilamayaye. Now from the top, we'll all sing. When everybody sing good, just like you did. Sing good. If you can't sing good, just sing loud, okay? We'll start here. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Tukashila Pilamayaye Ampetu Wakancha Mayatuwe Ilamayaye. We chose aniwa Mayatuwe Ilamayaye ilamayaye. Ampetu wakancha mayatuwe ilamayaye. We chose aniwa mayatuwe ilamayaye ilamayaye. In other words, Grandfather, Great Spirit, for the blessings of this holy day that you've bestowed upon us, we offer you praise, gratitude, and thanks for the blessings of health, not just physical, but the emotional and also spiritual and collective health that you've given to us. We offer you praise and gratitude and thanksgiving. So I truly feel that way. This is really a basic devotional expression from this land, and I think everywhere we go, you find that music is so foundational to prayer, and especially here in North America, I think the highest form of worship has always been dance. So I like to do this. It's a choreographed prayer. Can everybody hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, I'm not gonna do the whole thing because of time, but we'll just do part of it. There's like the hard part and the easy part. I'll just do the easy part. Yeah. You can see the hoops that I have are in 4 colors. There's the black, red, yellow, and white. And these are for the paradigm of 4, the different directions, the seasons, the elements, stages of life, all these things. Then I use mostly wooden hoops here. Actually, I'll be using 28 here, but these wooden hoops, you can use willow, easily obtainable anywhere throughout the continent. And then, like I say, I'm not going to do the hard part. I'll just do the easy part. It's counterintuitive, but really the hardest way of doing this dance is one hoop, because that takes a lot of speed, a lot of agility, a lot of coordination, a lot of dexterity and athleticism. But then as you start to add hoops, it actually gets easier, because all you do is you're making designs. So I'm not going to do the hard part from 1 to 5. I'll just do the easy part. I'll start with 6 and go to 28, okay? Now, since I'm not going to do that hard part from 1 to 5, I'll give you a little quick overview, because like I say, it's a prayer, and the prayer is based on the symbolism of the design. So again, when you start with 1 hoop, what you're doing is you're celebrating, or you're accentuating our gratitude, I should say, for being in a part of this beautiful world, this hoop of life. So we have a place, you've got a roll within this hoop of life. So with one hoop, we can create designs that kind of amplify or accentuate that relatedness that we have. And then we can go from there up to 2 hoops. And again, it's just a quick overview. The white one would be for the moon, which has a power, over the tides, the plants, and so forth. But the main one we know is the sun, which is the life giver. So now, of course, the days are shortening, and you're wondering now, why am I doing this? Because it's like the signs of spring, and we're going into fall. And recently I heard the little kids, they said, Mr. Locke, why do they call this Indian summer? Do you know Indian summer, that word? It gets cold and it warms up again. I said, I don't really know the meaning. Good thing there are some second graders that says, don't you know, Mr. Locke, the reason why we have Indian summer is because the Indians wait for all the tourists to go home. I don't know. Anyway, the yellow one's for the sun, the source of life, source of energy. All of life depends on this. But you and I, we also need, in order to advance, we need that light of knowledge. We need the warmth of love in order to progress on our journey of life as we go forward. So as we go forward, we go through different stages. And of course, it's individuals, and then of course, collectively, we can see throughout the world, mankind is at an impasse. And the generality of people think that it can be solved through material means, politics and so forth. But you and I know that's not possible. Requires divine intervention, requires prayer, requires that ingredient that we have here tonight, which is that unity, that willingness to integrate. And so we can see that mankind is really stuck. You see, we're at that crossroads. But we can't give up. We have to persist. And you and I are really the agents that need to be like the cheerleaders, the glee club for mankind now. And as we do that, we can begin to see these processes, such as, like in the springtime when the plants come up. We need to be behind that, to support that. And of course, as we do that, then we can begin to see ourselves coming together. They say nowadays we learn that mankind is really all from one common origin. We all can trace our roots to one source, but we have to draw strength from those roots now. Whether they're African or Asian or European, we have to rely upon that strength as we reach up collectively. And as we do that, then we can begin to see things from a beautiful vantage point. Instead of seeing each other like strangers, then we can see each other instead like flowers that can bloom, bring color, beauty, blessings into the world. Instead of seeing each other like strangers, you can see each other like stars. Like we need that North Star of guidance, when you're lost. You look towards that North Star and you can find your way. We need that hope, just like at the darkest, coldest hour before the dawn, the morning star appears. And we know that cold and darkened state will transform into color and beauty and light and fragrance. We need that, see, all of us. We don't have to see each other as strangers. Maybe we see each other instead as like eagles soaring, see? Okay, all right? Okay, so hold on just a second. Again, like I said, we'll start with 6 and we'll go to 28, and then all the designs they represent, like I say, different colors are for different people also. Just like all of you here, all the different diverse kindreds of the human family, and the designs are designs of spring. That process of integration that we're now all 100% behind. And as we integrate, as we begin to work together, that's what's going to bring the life. See, the designs are springtime. It's not the springtime outside. It's that springtime that autumn can never overtake. And that happens in the collective heart of humanity. Does that make sense, everybody? Yes. So you see something there like flowers, trees, birds, butterflies, animals, stars, rainbows, lightning clouds. You can apply it. And if you're way in the back over there, if you can't see, you can come up a little bit closer if you want. Okay, here we go.
Wasn't that easy? So, you can see the design at the end. Now, briefly, I got that from years ago. Many years ago, some elders came through our community, and they told this story from the family of Crazy Horse. They said that before Crazy Horse was killed in 1877, he went up on the mountain and he fasted and he prayed. And on the morning of the fourth day, as the morning star was rising, he saw he transformed, and he changed into an eagle. Now I remember towards the end I made that design of the eagle. But here's the wings, just to review. And as he soared out in this world, he saw all the diverse hoops of humanity, just like the programs and circles of unity. But here in North America, that circle represents people. That's a symbol of people. Because the circle represents peace, harmony, everything holy and good. So he looked down as an eagle in his vision. He saw all the hoops of humanity over in Asia, Africa, everywhere. He saw this. He saw they were all blessed. You were all blessed from one light, one source of heat, one source of grace had showered and poured itself upon every segment of humanity. Just like when the sun shines here, the plants are different from, let's say, Australia, but they're all beautiful. We saw that. It's all beautiful. It's a great multitude voice going up. The voices of music and dance and all the beauty of human expression. But to his horror and his vision, he saw the darkness of egotism, of avarice, sweep over and blot that sun of reality out. He saw the world plunge into darkness, brother against brother, family against nation. He saw every heart broken, every eye swollen with tears, every mother destitute, every child forlorn. He saw the people just mired down in the filth and the gore and the darkness and the dust, laying lifeless upon the earth everywhere. And he thought, there's no hope. There is no future. But then suddenly he thought, if only people could see what I have seen, how beautiful we all are. He had that thought and it turned into a prayer. And the prayer lifted him up. Above the darkness, he saw the light of a new day break the horizon. And he saw this light penetrate to all regions. All peoples were blessed by it. And he saw the people began to slowly shake that dust off. And they began to reach out to each other. And they began to create a beautiful design. And what that design was, it was one hoop. It was made of many hoops. He saw this design put down here on this beautiful island we call North America, the Makawita. He saw it put down here, right here. And here we are in the very heart of North America, right here at this spot, the place from which all these potentialities have ever emanated. But in that design, he saw a requirement is that everybody be a part of it. Nobody can be excluded. It requires every one of these diverse elements to participate. What happens if anyone is excluded? Yeah, you got it. Doesn't matter which one. The result always looks the same. So praise be God, we're all past that. We're smart people. So give yourselves a big hand, everybody. You guys are so beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kevin. I'm just exhausted watching Kevin. We will close with a prayer.
Prayer of unity. Oh my God, unite the hearts of thy servants and reveal to them thy great purpose. May they follow thy commandments and abide in thy law. Help them, O God, in their endeavor, and grant them strength to serve thee. O God, lead them not to themselves, but guide their steps by the light of thy knowledge, and cheer their hearts by thy love. Verily, thou art their helper and their Lord. Baha'i. Thank you, dear friends.